Hey guys, what's up and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Kevin O'Leary talking about X. He says it's a walking disaster right now for Elon Musk. He's also going to give some opinions on Elon Musk as an entrepreneur. So as always guys, I hope you enjoy these videos. If you do, hit that like button. Thank you for being here and let's jump into it.
Which punches above its weight in things like the media, us. Go from here. Let's talk about it with our A-list panel. OLeary Ventures Chair and Shark Tank's Mr. Wonderful Kevin O'Leary, and 1789 Capital founder and president Omid Maliki is one of the investors backing new media projects on X and is bullish on its future. Gentlemen, both, thank you for joining us. I know, Kevin, you've been very bullish on the Facebook, Meta, Instagram creation called Threads. I've been posting there a little bit as of lately. It's a little bit lonely there yet. They claim to have 100 million users. Are you leaving X, or are you just trying to split your business to both?
No,
These two are about to go back and forth pretty good. Kevin O'Leary is going to be the bear, this gentleman's going to be the bull, and they're about to have quite the debate.
very, very agnostic. I've got 40 companies. We aggregate about $2.5 million a month worth of spending. We also do remnant cable. We do network. We do everything. And so we only care about customer acquisition cost and ROAS, return on advertising spend. We love every single platform, and we're very promiscuous. We'll just move from one to the other every Tuesday morning. So I don't really care at all. If I can get the lowest cost, the path of least resistance, I spend my millions there. Right now, we're not spending anything on Twitter. It's the only platform that we're looking at now. And because, once you get past 8 million followers of your own, and I enjoy that, I'm my own network, so I can actually sell my own time, my own network. And I work with many, many other influencers, so we share our data. Twitter is shrinking right now. But I want to say right out of the gate, I'm a huge Elon fan. I think he'll fix it. But I'm not spending any money there. I'm getting zero return there. So why would I put dollars there?
All right, before they get going back and forth, just a little bit about Kevin O'Leary, guys. If you've never seen him and his investing style on Shark Tanks, he never invests in a company unless he's getting royalties. Same with stocks. He likes to only buy dividend stocks. So he's always looking at how his money's going to return capital instantly and continually, as he wants no different with his advertising dollars on X is how he's getting at.
So much, by the way, I've seen charts. People can make a chart that represents anything. I call it chart crime, right? You can make a chart that makes it look terrible, but it's actually a minor move just depending on the y-axis. Is Twitter shrinking that much?
It's slowed in the last 2 weeks. I look at this data weekly. It's slowed.
Kevin,
the growth is the shrink is slowing.
Okay, Omid?
Yeah, not at all. And I think we just need a bit of context here. What was Twitter pre-Elon? Pre-Elon, Twitter was a government agency. That's raison d'etre was two things: destroying shareholder value and suppressing the constitutional rights of Americans. Let's take the latter for just a second. During COVID, that platform, at the behest of the Biden administration and the FBI, respectively, suppressed truthful information about Hunter Biden's laptop and other factual events about COVID, whether cloth masks were effective or whether the vaccine shot would stop spread. You were deplatformed. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. Go look at the Twitter files or review Missouri versus Biden or Berenson versus Biden that's making its way up to the Supreme Court. And we'll see that the government used Twitter in order to violate our First Amendment rights. That's horrible. So just alone, if you care about the Constitution, it's an improvement to have Musk there. Let's now talk about the fun.
Which is one of the main reasons Elon gave for buying Twitter. He didn't want any speech censored.
Fundamentals for a second, okay? The second part of this. People forget that Twitter peaked at around 60 billion of market cap. And before anyone knew that Musk was interested in buying it, it had dropped 50% to around 30 billion of market cap. They lost over $1 billion in 2020 and $200 million in 2021. Okay, so this was the worst social media outfit out there. It was a dead company, and we'll get into what Musk is going to do to resurrect it. But it has nothing to do with what Kevin's talking about. They don't need to be relying on advertising. He's already introduced subscription revenue that's making hundreds of millions of dollars a year to mitigate what he's lost in advertising revenue. And long term, this is going to be the everything app, where you're going to get people on there for content, which I've invested in. And secondarily, it's going to be in payments. If you can make this a payment processor, you've changed the game.
Can it be?
Okay, before Kevin gets to respond to that, we're going to take a look at some stats. X has approximately 556 million average users. The average user spends 34 minutes and 48 seconds on X. 86.8% of X users also have Instagram, and Elon Musk is the most followed person on there with over 150 million followers. So that doesn't really make too much of a difference. Then there's also 58% of the users are under 35, so there's a young demographic that's going to stay with this platform for a long time. There's 2 times as many males as females on X. There's around 1 in 4 users are American. 1 out of every 4 people are American on there. The average user spends 34 minutes. We've seen that. And the other stats we've already seen, guys. Just some stats about X if you haven't seen how big it is. Also, Elon's talking about implementing a $1 fee to help weed out some bots in certain continents. So we'll see how that goes. That should start bringing in some money.
Omid, could it be smaller than it was in terms of just the number of people or bots, fake people, right? Just absolute numbers. Could it be smaller, but more profitable?
Well, of course, he's reduced operating expenses as well, which is another thing he's done. He's reduced the staff by over 50%. Thousands of those people, nobody knew what they were even doing there. So you're going to reduce operating costs. It doesn't matter what the top line revenue was when it was public. They were just bleeding cash and destroying revenue. So here you can make less revenue and be a profitable business. And that's exactly where he's headed. He has 350 million users approximately. Let's imagine even 10% of those started using this as a payments platform once he gets those licenses, which they're indicating will happen by 2024. It's an absolute game changer. You'll match the same revenue, but you'll do it on a profitable basis. That's what I'm betting.
Kevin?
You bet you're betting that, because that's not even proven. If your social media platform, what matters right now is reaching people, and shrinking, that doesn't work for you. And it is the only social media platform I know right now that's shrinking. And so at the end of the day, it maybe turns around. Facts are this equity, forget about the debt, the 40 billion plus valuation has been marked down by Fidelity by 2/3. Look, I'm not saying Elon can't fix it, and I've said already I'm a huge fan, but this thing is a walking disaster right now. And until I can see how I make money advertising on it, I'm not going to touch it. Why would I? I have so many choices. It's so competitive. The metrics on how you measure the stuff are every 12-hour cycles. So at the end of the day, you put an ad out on Twitter. If you don't get a return on it 12 hours later, you just move somewhere else. The entire market is very, very in flux. Things are changing all the time. I want him to succeed. I'm a huge fan. He's a fantastic entrepreneur. But maybe this one is a howling dog from hell.
So there you have Kevin OLeary's thoughts on X. He thinks it's a walking disaster right now. He thinks Elon will be able to turn it around, but he's not going to put his money there and hold his breath until it happens. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button. Please subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you later. Peace.